Hello guys!
Hi everyone! Welcome to the monthly YouTube event of V-Line Aesthetics. I'm Vicky, injection artist, and that's Joseph, the founder of our signature V-Line Power Lift.
Hi everyone, so happy to be here to see you guys. And today we have Annie.
Hello guys! Hi, I'm Annie with V-Line Aesthetics. I've been with this clinic for a couple of years, but you guys probably haven't seen me around because I just had a baby and came back from maternity leave. So I'm very excited to get all fresh. This is a very exciting time for us, so you guys stay tuned and just watch us.
Yeah, she's now a mother of two adorable daughters.
Yeah, many of you have been treated by Annie, our nurse practitioner. She does a great artistic job as well. So I'm just gonna say a few words about COVID. Feel safe to come. Here's our protocol. As you walk in, you will get a temperature check, a couple questions asked, and everybody will be at least 6 to 7 feet apart. And 5-6 times a day, a week, we have people that can professional sanitizer that clean the whole area and spray mist. So it's very well cleaned on a regular basis. So feel safe to join us.
Yeah, so go ahead.
So today we're actually talking about toxin injections, which is Botox. A lot of people, you take it, it's for wrinkles, it helps with wrinkle lines, but there's a lot of benefits that people didn't know about Botox. Right? We can do, like brow lift, nose tip lift, and also like a little lip flip. So these are like some of interesting, and I think also, people that were interested in about toxin injections. All right.
Yeah. So nowadays the trend is we start botulism toxinate at very young age. At youngest start from even teenagers and 20s. Some people will tell me that is so crazy, but I'm gonna tell you this. Botox injection is to prevent permanent wrinkles, and it goes in a long run. So trust me when we tell you these are the benefits and these are what we can improve in your beauty journey, you'll be so excited to hear all about it.
That's absolutely correct. And stay tuned. We're going to give out free 10 units of Xeomin to 10 participants who ask questions.
10 of you, yes. $100 free gift.
Yep. It's worth $100. Ask questions. I'll be in the chat. Post them on the comment section. I will be answering the questions and give out free Xeomin to 10 participants. So don't miss the opportunity. And at the very end of the YouTube, as always, we're going to post a link of very special promotion. That's 40 units of Xeomin for $199. Okay, that's an amazing deal.
That's very good.
Yeah, make sure you stay tuned.
Okay, so if I could have you and mask. All right. So what we're gonna do today is talk about all the unusual and common places that we do Botox injection. There are 4 FDA-approved brands with the Toxin, and the brand we use is Xeomin. It simply is more pure, experience less resistance. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean. And the first person that asks question, what do we think we should do? We should give that participant a $100 Xeomin treatments. So. Yay! All right, so we know that Xeomin is traditionally used for wrinkles. So I'm going to talk about how it also lifts forehead. It does a lot of lifting and contouring. So using the Xeomin. So a lot of people say, Joseph, I really want to have my forehead lifted. If we could pan in, please. We're going to take a 3-second break as we move the camera and pan in. Thank you so much. We're gonna have the camera pan in. I appreciate all of you asking questions. Liz Pond, should we, first participant question, we should give her 10 units of free Xeomin. Let's put that down. So we're talking about how Botox could lift the face. Now, I want to lift my forehead, Joseph, so what do I do? So to lift the forehead, we actually inject here, high, to lift this region, okay? If you guys could see. And someone said, well, I want my brow to kind of open up in the middle. We could lift that mid brow by just injecting here. Again, we're talking about not just wrinkles reduction, we're talking about lifting using toxins, Xeomin or Botox. Now, the third is I want to lift my brow on the side here. So what do I do to lift my brow on the side? We would do a little treatment here, inject here. We inject here to lift this area. Well, I want to lift my, an area that we often do is I want to narrow my nostril, right?
Please.
So to narrow the nostril, we actually do a little bit right here, right there. If you turn this way for me, okay? And say, well, I want to lift and invert. Say, Joseph, I noticed my lip is going down and it's turning in. I like to lift it, flip it back up. We would lift the lip by putting the toxin right here. Okay. Now at this point, I'm gonna take a few questions. Are there any questions out there? I'm gonna have Jen ask a question.
Yeah, we actually have a question.
Go ahead.
So Jessica Chang is the first to ask the question. She said, she said that if 17-year-old can get Botox injection.
Yeah, definitely with your parents' permission, if you want to receive it, that's not a problem. Most young people are doing Botox for slimming the face. I see a lot of young guys come in and they want their face look chiseled. So we actually inject here to slim down their jawline and also to tighten it. So yes, with your parents' permission.
And Jessica gets free 10 units.
Yeah,
of
thanks,
Xeomin.
Jessica.
Yay!
Okay.
Congratulations.
All right, so we're going to continue to talk about areas that we could treat. We're talking about, again, lifting and contouring using Xeomin, more pure than Botox. Someone said, well, I want my mouth corner to get lifted a little bit. So we actually can lift the mouth corner a little bit by putting the toxins in this region. All right, let's take another question.
Okay, good morning, Catherine. Catherine is asking, why is Xeomin better than Botox?
Ooh, I can answer that
Okay,
question.
go ahead.
All right, so in our clinic, we like to use Xeomin because, as you know, Botox is one of the brand names that's been out there for a long time. But we have found that, well, Joseph had found that for his years of experience, people can gain resistance. It forms antibody. So we switch over to Xeomin, which is more pure form of Botox, botulism toxin A. And that right now, all the clients are very happy. So that's one of the main reasons that we switch over. It's pure form. The study shows that it lasts about the same. So we love it. Clients love it. It's a great product, and that's what I'm getting today.
Yes, and just to be fair with all the brands out there, there are also Jawline, a Korean brand, FDA approved, and Dysport. They're all good products, all Botox, botulinum toxin A, and we just prefer Xeomin because simply it's just more pure. Okay, I'm going to move on. So we are talking about if you want a forehead lift, if you want to lift the mid brow, if you want to lift the lateral brow, if you want to lift the lip, or you want to narrow the nostril, or if you want to lift the mouth corner, and you could also inject the Xeomin for what we call a mini lower facelift. Here's how we kind of lift the lower face like this. Instead of like that, it lifts. And the place that we inject is, we would inject, show me your lower teeth. This is the area that we would treat. If you pan in, like, look up, yes, right here. And we would treat the jawline. We call it the Nefertiti's lift. So by relaxing these muscles, these elevators that lift the face takes over and lifts up the face. Okay. Very good.
I have one more
Let's
question.
take another question.
Okay.
Sure.
May is asking, how can we avoid droopy inner eyebrows?
Okay, that's a very, very good question. So what controls the, you're talking about right here, right? So sometimes after injections, instead of bringing it open, it could droop down. And it really has to do with technique and the depth. The muscles that control this, that opens the brow, okay, it's the frontalis. It's on the surface. So we have to avoid that. And here's the key, by injecting deeply. This is a deep injection. You want to get the deep muscle, okay, that depresses the brow and to relax it so that the muscle frontalis that open the brow takes over and open it up. Okay, so the key is the injector should inject deeply. The second reason that you may get this instead of this is that if the injector, if the toxin was placed too high right here and hit the frontalis, you'll drop the mid-brow. Okay, so you basically control the lift or the narrowing of the mid-brow, inner brow, by how deep you inject or where you inject. So that's
Great
the answer.
question. Yeah, that's a great question.
Okay, good job. All right, so let's take a, if we have another question, we'll go ahead and ask.
Jen is asking, Jennifer Knight, she's asking that we have 40 units of Xeomin on sale. What can we do with the 40 units?
Okay, three of us can all answer this question. So, who wants to start?
Yeah, sure. So there are a
Okay.
couple things that you can do with the 40 units. First, you can do a little bit of brow lift, and you can
Okay,
also
so brow lift,
Uh-huh.
like that.
and you can do a little bit of a forehead lift like this.
Okay.
And then you can do a mini face lift like Joseph was talking about.
Right,
We
lifting the
do-
lower face.
We do like this. And another thing, with just a little drops, we can do a little bit of lift lift. Okay.
Okay, so with 40 units, you could do all that. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate what we just talked about to do all these lifts. And just keep in mind, while we're focusing on the lifting, you will get some wrinkle benefits. So she will get improvement in her wrinkles.
Right. Also, you can get a slim face. We call it a power sleeve in our clinic by injecting big bulgy masseter muscle, which I have it right now. We're gonna inject Xeomin to shrink that muscle down, so I get a slimming lower face for V-line.
Yeah. Okay, so can we take another question? Oh, by the way, stay tuned. We're gonna give you a link for $199 for 40 units of Xeomin, and it will be good for about 48 hours. So take advantage of that.
Okay, and actually there is another Jessica who asked the second question. She's asking how many times a year should you get Botox injection?
Okay. Annie, why don't you answer that question? I know you're getting injections.
Sure. What
but
was
it
the
shouldn't
question
hurt.
again? How many times you should what?
How many times should you inject in a year?
Okay, so Xeomin lasts about 3 months. So there are 12 months in a year. So 4 times, if you really want to be on top of it, if you can come in every 3 months for some botulism toxin A, for lift, wrinkle prevention, power slim, that'll be amazing.
Yes, so what we did is that we just treated the forehead, and she'll notice a little bit lifting in this region. Now I'm gonna treat this area for these wrinkles right here. At the same time, just kind of, you see that wrinkles? We're gonna treat here and at the same time give her a little bit lift in the mid-brow. Okay?
I haven't got any treatment for almost 2 years, so this is very pure, no Botox look.
Okay.
All right.
And Carolyn is also asking, what can Botox do with the nose tip? So Joseph will get to that. So we can do a little bit of injection right here. What that do is it will lift the nose tip just a little bit and gives you that more contour and lifted look. And that is the question from Carolyn.
Wow, that's a very good question. One that I will address. I'm doing the injection out of keeping my hands out of the way. So, all right, let's talk about a nose tip. You could give you a little bit 1 or 2 millimeter lift in the nose tip by injecting right here in the nasalis. So I'll be injecting here and give it a sharper tip. So a lot of people like to have, we call it super tip break. So here it is. Here's the toxin, And I'm going to put it right here. You guys see? And I'm gonna inject. It's a little bit sensitive and she's doing really good. All right. So because you guys see this muscle here? Smile for me. As we age, when we smile, this muscle here pulls the tip down. And you will see that, notice your tip as you age, it comes down. And this is because it's pulling it down. So by relaxing or stop it from pulling down, it actually remains in the same position, or the muscle here, the nasalis, pulls it up. Okay, you get about 1 to 2 millimeter difference.
It's a very nice subtle change.
Yep. You could also, to lift this all the way up, we could also do fillers. We put it this way or down, or we could put threads through here to lift the tip, also to bring the bridge up. Okay, so back to the lifting using Toxin, or we call it Xeomin. We're gonna lift the brow right here, and this is where I would inject. Okay, I'm gonna pan this way, and I'm going to give her a little drop right here. All right, she's doing really good. All right, so next we're gonna do the lip flip. Oh, I wish we would have brought some ice, but she's pretty tight. I'm gonna go ahead.
Go for it.
We usually put some ice on before
Yeah.
you do this.
It's a sensitive area, but it's very tiny, very quick.
So a lot of people, oh, there's ice. Thank you.
You guys are so
Brian.
sweet. Thank you.
So why do we do toxin on the lip? Because for luscious lips, a lot of people do fillers on the lip, which is great. We can also do threads, but if you're a beginner, you just want to see some subtle difference and you're young, you want to have the luscious plush look on the lip. This is what you do. We take this Xeomin and we inject it right here. Okay, and anytime my hand's blocking, the camera people will let me know. So I'm gonna do another drop right there. And for injectors, this has to be very superficial. Okay. All right.
Also,
Honest answer, 1 to 10. How was it?
On the lip, I'll say maybe like 4 with the ice. Also, what I wanted to add was when we do lip filler, we add a little bit of Xeomin on upper lip. It helps you enhance the look, and also it helps your filler to last longer. So that's definitely an art when we do fillers, when we combine filler and Xeomin treatment together.
Awesome. Okay. So
Perry asked,
Perry.
Hi Perry. She asked another, second question, a very good question. She's asking, if you continuously get Xeomin, will your body get used to it and will have to have more each time?
the answer is no, never, because the unique property of Xeomin is that it doesn't have the envelope or the external wrap that produces antibody, which leads to resistance. That's why it's pure. It's simply active ingredient. No baggage around it. Okay, very good question. All right, so we're gonna proceed with the lifting. And anytime you have more questions, is any of our participant getting the $100 gift?
Yes.
Okay.
We already gave out like more than 6, 7.
Okay. Can you name the people that actually got the gift?
Sure. Okay, let's see. Perry, Liz, Jessica, May, Catherine, Jessica Chang. Yeah, so.
All right, if you're near a mirror, I'm going to show you something. A lot of young people have this too. There's 2 things I'm going to highlight. If you notice your face is kind of square and you feel like your jaw here is masculine, the way you could tell it's feminine or masculine is that if you feel a bulge here, okay, or square, that's a robust jawline. It makes it more masculine. Now we feminize that area by injecting Xeomin, and which is I'm going to do. Feminize means that making it smaller, softer, more contour, more of a less a square shape. And a lot of young guys likes to come to get this. So here I go. I'm going to be using.
It's gonna give you a nice chisel jawline.
Yep.
How about that?
Yep. Going to give you a chisel, slender profile. So this should be the least uncomfortable. Means it should be quite okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull the skin up. I'm just gonna do a little injection there. So that's one shot. And the higher we move, the more chisel you'll actually experience. So for her, right down, I'm going to just do a little shot here. How are we doing?
We're doing great. So many questions are coming in.
So this will give you the chisel slender profile right here. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. You can answer a question while I walk to the other side and treat this side.
Okay.
Okay,
Another
so
question?
yeah, May is asking, what about wrinkles on the nose? Is there a risk of not breathing well?
Wrinkles on the nose.
Oh,
Now,
maybe the bunny lines? Is that
Yeah,
what
she's
you're
talking
talking
about
about?
Okay, so if you're talking about the horizontal wrinkles right on your nose bridge, bunny lines, we can definitely treat it with Xeomin.
okay, let me finish the this one and follow up on what Annie is saying. Okay, Annie, go ahead and go like this, really hard. Okay, so could you pan in? If you guys looking at your mirror at home, one more time, keep it there. Thank you. Just keep it. Most people say, hey, these wrinkles really bother me on the side, and for some people there are wrinkles right here. Yes, we definitely could treat that, and I could treat that right now. Now, it's a very safe area to inject, and there's almost no bleeding. So I will go ahead and show you guys. Go ahead and show me that. So we're gonna be, whoever asked that great question should get a, okay, relax. See, so I'm gonna just give her a little drop there. And that'll soften that wrinkles over there. And go ahead and ask another question.
Linda is asking, does Xeomin or Botox take effect sooner?
Okay, go
So
ahead.
usually, yeah. So I can answer that. Xeomin or Botox, they both take effect in about 3 days to a week, and then in 2 weeks you will see the most effect. Okay, and then they last for about three months, depending on each individual.
I'm just gonna give her a little drop because the previous drop didn't go in. Okay, we're doing good, and we're gonna be wrapping things up here. You guys are doing great. The second thing for young people, can you go? We call that orange peel chin. See, as we age, we collect a lot of wrinkles here. It becomes really rough right here. And so to get rid of those wrinkles, relax. Thank you. We could go ahead and just give some treatment here and here. We call that the orange peel chin. All right, we're gonna be moving on to our lower facelift.
Okay, so Lupe is asking that she wants a slimmer jaw.
Okay, so anybody want to talk about slimmer
Yeah,
jaw?
so-
I think okay.
Yeah, so it's a good procedure that we do Xeomin on the masseter muscle, which is around this area. What it does is that it makes your overall facial profile slimmer, like it make it go down like this, and that's very suitable for a lot of young people. They want a slimmer face, and yeah.
Okay, so that's part of the Power Slim. Thank you. Okay, so now a lot of people, once their neck look younger, get rid of wrinkles and get rid of some bands there and have a tighter jawline. And but they're concerned that it may hurt a lot, which it doesn't. And they're concerned that it may be uncomfortable, but I will demonstrate. It should feel like a little pinch. So I'm going to be putting a couple of some Botox here to show you guys. First, I'm going to do a little bit jawline, then I'm going to go into the neck, okay? So any of you could lift, okay, great. So I want to make sure the camera could see this. I'll lift the jawline and I'll pinch and I'll inject the jawline here to tighten it up a little bit. I'll work on this side and then we'll go to the other side. And we're pretty much going to end with just some neck rejuvenation. So there are a couple of things there. Number one, show me your lower teeth. You guys see this, okay? These bands here, this muscle actually pulls the face down. Okay, so you want to stop it from pulling it down. We're doing a lower face mini lift now with Xeomin. So we're gonna relax the muscle. So these muscles you can pull the face up. So we're going to just do a few injections there. Okay, that one will allow the face to pull up. And then I'm gonna do, what about even young people? You'll notice these, we call it the necklace wrinkles or lines, the lines that comes across this way. Okay, she doesn't have much, so I have to let her face go down so I could see if there's any. Not much either, but I am going to just put a few drops for rejuvenation. And the camera pan in, yep. Okay, so just gonna give her a few drops here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, usually we pepper that area with at least 10 to 15 dots, okay? But let's give you an idea of what we do in the neck. I'm gonna finish the other side. And
Okay,
so we're gonna let Vicky take over and answer more questions while I work on the right side.
I want to add something
Go
real
ahead.
quick. For treating platysmal mini facelift, if you're a lady like me who likes to work out and lift weights, please check yourself in the mirror because these are the muscles that's getting bigger as you're lifting weights.
Yeah.
And then it's going to pull your lower face and make you not so beautiful. So I like to relax those muscles and I still want to work out.
Yep. And yeah, especially for athletes, if you have very little fat here, she does have good amount, which is good. If you're skinny here, little fat, your bands or wrinkle tends to show up a lot. And that actually does two things. Number one, it doesn't look as young as good. Number two, it actually pulls your face down a lot faster. That's why you notice that you have a more prominent droopy mouth corner there. And by treating that region, you can actually get a lift on the upper face.
Okay, so I have a question from Elisha. Everything you did and or is doing to her face right now, what is the roughly cost?
Oh, okay. Well, it depends. It could go from about, on special, right now we have is about $199, all the way up to like a couple $100. So it depends the result you want to achieve and also the duration and an amount that we need to use.
Yeah, it varies on individual because we all carry different wrinkles, different size of the muscle. So my master muscle will be definitely different than somebody else's. So we would definitely have to assess, but those are some basic ideas that you can have coming into our clinic.
Yes, and go ahead and get the $199 for 40 units because with 40 you could actually do a lot. So take advantage of that special only once a year on YouTube Live. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of the injection. I'm going to lift her jawline and give her a little bit here.
I have one last Xeomin to give out. Sorry guys if I couldn't, we got a lot of questions. Sorry that if we couldn't give everyone the 10 unit Xeomin. So anyone who asks question next will be get the 10 unit Xeomin.
Alright, so that was for the neck rejuvenation. And we lifted the jawline. Now we're going to treat the platysmal band. Show me your lower teeth one more time. So we're releasing these muscles from pulling the face down. And you'll see improvement in the neck. You look younger in the neck, and you'll see that the mouth corner here and the jawline will be tighter. It'll go up like that.
Okay, Simki. Hi. Okay, I think it seems that there was another link from the email. Yes, sorry for the inconvenience. You've been waiting since 11 a.m. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry for the inconvenience. Definitely, I can give you a 10 unit Xeomin. Hi, Simki.
So go ahead and time your lip for me. Okay. So you notice some people, they do have, she doesn't, but maybe you're, maybe you have some wrinkles right down here, okay? Lower in this region. We could also treat this area right here, okay? And I don't believe we treated the mouth corner, so I'm gonna do a quick mouth corner lift and the good pan in. Right there, and this way. If the camera could go there. Show me your lower teeth.
Lower teeth.
Yep, relax. Okay. So we're gonna show you the results either on Instagram, Facebook, or come see us live in January live. And by the way, in January we're gonna be talking about showing you doing the PDO threads through here. We're gonna do threads. We're gonna put the threads through here to lift, to give you that fox eye look if you like, or just to give you a mid-brow lift using threads, pull this way, or forehead lift, putting threads through here and pull everything up. Okay, these are PDO threads that we use. So the threads will either go this way, or we could put the threads down that way. Okay, PDO threads for eye rejuvenation, brow lift. That'll be our next live. Okay, any more questions?
We do have a lot of questions.
Okay.
One question.
Yeah, you guys go ahead and take questions.
Okay, so we have a question from Anna. Let's see. Can you use Xeomin for under the chin? Well, we can use Xeomin on the chin, not necessarily under the chin. I think you're talking about the double chin. We use chin. We can use Xeomin on the chin to elongate, to make your chin a little bit longer, like this. So it relaxes the muscle here, and it will go like that. And usually we complement this with the chin filler to make you nice projected chin.
One thing I discovered that you can actually use Xeomin to help you with the chin fat. And let me explain, because it's in the textbook and I experienced it. You know, traditionally, we usually inject Kybella to dissolve the fat in this region, to melt the fat. But some fat are actually behind the muscle, so when you relax the muscle here, it actually pushes in the fat. So a couple of times I noticed when I inject some Botox here using Xeomin, then patient noticed that, oh look, my fat actually went in and I look more chisel in this region, okay, more contour. Less fat with Xeomin. It's not common, but it does happen.
So Marianne is asking, she has a history of vertigo. Will Xeomin be okay for me and not make me dizzy, especially if I have it between brows?
Between brows, okay. This moment I'm not aware that Xeomin worsens vertigo. We could double check it. I don't think it's a problem, but I would definitely check with your physician.
Okay. How long does...
I'm sorry, if I could interrupt. So, I have a patient that has a lot of intractable pain from herpes, zoster infection in this region, and she has residual pain. But when she noticed that when she gets Xeomin here, her pain goes away. So it does help release certain neuropathic pain. We don't do that specifically here, but that's just the benefit that she noticed. Check with your physician.
Yay, okay. I think, so one last question.
All right.
Sorry guys, we couldn't answer all of them. One last question from Naniloa. What is the typical amount of unit for nose tip lift?
All right, you guys can answer this.
It's a little drop, tiny drop, 1 to 2 units, right on the base of the nose tip.
Yep. So they'll be about $20 to $30.
Okay, and we have just a couple comments saying that from May, you guys are great. I love the information. Anna Silva is saying thank you. And
Thanks, Anna. May.
Gloria is saying I love the
Gloria,
detailed
hi.
answers to
Love
our
it.
questions. Okay, yay everyone. Okay, so for those of you who couldn't get the 10 units, sorry about that. But what you can do is you can go to our link. We can go to our link and sorry, didn't realize I'm out of the camera. Okay, you can go to the link and purchase the 40 units for $199. Before we put the link on, I just want to tell you guys whatever questions that you have, you can ask them on Yelp. our answer time is around an hour. So you will definitely, most of the times you will get the answer on the same day. Okay, and also if you liked our YouTube, follow us on the Instagram for more promotions, and then also follow us on YouTube. We have a lot of videos with a lot of great information. And remember that our monthly YouTube event is the first Saturday of each month. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Take care.
guys.
Stay
Take
safe.
care.
Love you.
Now we're
Appreciate
gonna
all
post
of
the
you.
link.
Bye. I'll see you guys soon.
Bye.